us here in Los Angeles. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. We had an unexpected visit from a tornado. The strongest tornado we've had in 40 years here hit Montebello. 110-mile-an-hour winds. Chihuahuas were flying all over town. It's like this Prius got absolutely slammed. Why are our tornadoes so dirty? We have filthy tornadoes now. And that's after it rained for 3 weeks. But the last twister of any magnitude to hit Los Angeles was in 1996. Fortunately, Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt were around back then to stop it. But this one, our meteorologists on the local news, they didn't know how to describe it. They're like, there's a big, out-of-control soul cycle class in the sky. We don't... The Sweet 16 round of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is underway right now. Earlier tonight in Las Vegas, the UCLA Bruins squared off against the Bulldogs of Gonzaga, which I have pointed out numerous times not a place. In fact, this is the scene on the Gonzaga alumni bus today, headed to Las Vegas. They said it was their best turnout yet, but up in Spokane, Washington, you do have to hand it to them. They're really committed to this fairy tale. I don't know why. They have a whole website. If you go on the visit page, look at this. It says, there will be times during your visit when you are in a large group of people. You will undoubtedly see other human students at this definitely real place. You know what else they say they have up in Spokane? Bigfoot. Gonzaga is the Bigfoot of universities. And Congress does nothing about it. The focus in Congress today was on TikTok, of all things. Lawmakers from both sides seem to be headed towards banning TikTok in the United States. And TikTok, for those of you who don't know, is an app that lets you watch videos similar to what you're doing right now. Only instead of a long horizontal video, they go long ways like this, and then half of the video is footage of somebody carving soap for reasons why I don't know. And there are also buttons and filters with hearts and stuff, and it can turn you into a dog, or they could even turn you into a lion if you want. And there's text that describes what you're watching while you're watching it. And then you throw in some random people talking into tiny microphones, yelling about who knows what. And finally, there's a comment section asking what your feet look like. And the president of China watches every second of this. He's just watching, and one day he's going to use it against us. That's TikTok for you. And TikTok is owned, the parent company is a company called ByteDance. The fear is that the Chinese government could order ByteDance to turn over all the information it has on us at any time. And if China figures out how to make spaghetti on a countertop, they'll be unstoppable. We won't. The Chinese, by the way, don't allow any of our social media platforms in their country. In fact, they don't even allow TikTok in their country. They have a sanitized version of TikTok. So the House Energy and Commerce Committee ordered the CEO of ByteDance to appear to try to convince them that TikTok is not a threat to our national security.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for the opportunity to speak. I'd like to begin by assuring the committee that ByteDance is not an agent of China or any other country. Our approach has always been to work transparently and cooperatively with the U.S. government while addressing concerns about privacy and safety. We look forward to partnering with the committee in developing clear and consistent rules for the entire industry.
Damn, he ate that.
So I don't know, he seems like a fun guy, but I don't think they were convinced. In the meantime, the clock is ticking on Donald Trump. Trump's lawyers have reportedly told him that if he gets indicted in New York, he should be prepared to lose the case, which means he'll spend the next 3 years claiming he won the case. This is, we are now on day 3 of To Catch a President. He said he would be arrested on Tuesday. The grand jury was out again today and will not reconvene until next week. So nothing's gonna happen until next week. But make no mistake, Trump is all capsing in his pants over this. Today, he demanded the removal of every top official investigating him, the special counsel Jack Smith, the Atlanta district attorney, the attorney general Letitia James. He lashed out at the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg. He asked, why won't Bragg drop this case? Everybody says there is no crime here. No, not true at all. I did nothing wrong. It was all made up by a convicted nut job with zero credibility. This, by the way, this convicted nut job with zero credibility is his former lawyer, fixer, and closest confidant for more than 10 years, Michael Cohen, who's only convicted because he did something illegal for Donald Trump. And then Trump said Alvin Bragg was an animal who was doing the work of the devil. He said it's like the Gestapo. He even reposted a photo of himself wielding a baseball bat next to a photo of Alvin Bragg. But I have to say, I love the idea that a guy named Bragg might send him to jail. It's like the thing he loves to do most could send him up the river. And then he wrote, everybody knows I'm 100% innocent, including Bragg, but he doesn't care. He's just carrying out the plans of the radical left lunatics. Our country's being destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful, which he's obviously trying to get his fans riled up enough to go out and do something like they did on January 6th. This guy really thinks the country's going to fight a civil war over him because of his little golf course porno boner party that he had to have, is he? And, I mean, he's also using this to raise money. In fact, since he announced his imminent arrest on Saturday, his campaign has raked in more than $1.5 million in donations, which is a lot of money. $1.5 million, that's almost enough to, I don't know, 12 more porn stars you could pay off for that much money. Meanwhile, Trump's chief Republican rival, Governor Ron DeSantis, is busy waging culture war in Florida. Remember the Don't Say Gay law they passed last year that bans the teachers from talking about gender or sexual orientation with kids from kindergarten through third grade? Well, now the State Board of Education wants to expand that through high school. Do you know Florida has high schools? They do, but not every politician in the Sunshine State is working on stupid stuff. Some of them are working on even stupider stuff.
Bob McKee, Florida Station of Counties, waves in opposition. Pamela Birch Fort, Florida State Conference of NAACP Branches, waves in opposition. Anita Dick, the opponent, waves in opposition. Holden Hiscock is also an opponent, waves in opposition.
See, now I thought Holden, I always figured Holden would be 4, but... Hey, we got a good show here tonight. From the excellent new movie 1001, Tiana Taylor is here with us. And also, we have Jeff Goldblum with his band, the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra. Jeff has done 1,000 movies, including Jurassic Park. So we thought, who better to teach a group of children about dinosaurs? Nobody, right? And with that said, this is what happens when Jeff Goldblum leads a field trip to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles.
Have you ever been to this museum before?
Yes, yeah.
You have? I love it. I've spent a lot of time around dinosaurs. Let's talk about dinosaurs. If you could bring dinosaurs back, because they're not here, you know, we have bones, da-da-da-da, except in the Flintstones. You ever see the Flintstones?
I saw one, and there's a dinosaur.
And there's dinosaurs and people at the same time walking around, but it's a cartoon. There were never people and dinosaurs. Anybody know the theme song to the Flintstones? It goes, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. It's rhythm changes. Hey, can I tell you some jokes? I don't know them. They've been written down for me, and I have not read them. I'm reading to you cold. Listen to this. Why did the dinosaur cross the road?
To go find some prey.
He didn't cross the road because in the Paleolithic era, there were no roads. May I introduce you now to Dr. Nathan Smith, is the paleontologist here at the Natural History Museum. That's where we are, right.
I wanted to know what was the biggest dinosaur tooth and what dinosaur owned it.
Well, some of these teeth that I brought right here belong to a dinosaur you're all familiar with, Tyrannosaurus rex.
I'm no dentist, but I would think that that's the root that goes up into the gum, right? You know, like, see, you know, my tooth. Hey, by the way, I've never had a cavity or a filling, true or false?
I would say false.
False.
True.
You're right, true. I've never hiked out a Chile.
I know 2 things about dinosaurs.
You know 2 things about dinosaurs. What's the
Let's
first
hear 'em.
one?
The first one is that dinosaurs have feelings.
They have feelings. Yes, yes.
And my second one is that they eat people because they have meat in their body.
They have meat in their body? Meat?
Yeah, meat.
Who?
They have meat. People.
People. Oh, and they eat people because people are made of meat. Yes, yes, yes.
So I learned that some carnivores, they swallow their food and then swallow pebbles to break it down.
And doctor, we should chew our food how many times? 30 times each bite, 40 times, or 50 times?
I'm gonna go with 30, but that seems high to me.
30. That's not high.
I like to say 50. Turn it into a smoothie. Don't choke, don't choke. You gotta really chew it up. Around here. Listen, here are pictures of dinosaurs. What is this? Not you. What is...
Triceratops.
If I were a triceratops, what would my name be? Look at the horns. Cliff Gorman. Cliff Gorman, who played Lenny on Broadway. Okay, what's on my sweater?
T-Rex.
I think you're right. What old-time painter was known for painting women with very long necks? Modigliani. Modigliani. What's this?
Triceratops. You showed us that.
Wait a minute, did I? If dinosaurs were here, and if there was a T-Rex, you know which one that is, and if it were to come here, close to us, what would you do to avoid getting eaten? Your hand went up first.
I watched the first Jurassic Park movie and I learned that if you stay still, a T-Rex can't see you.
Yes, that's what they said. So that's what you would do. Yes, Issa, what would you?
Well, actually.
Look, he's not moving a muscle. I think he can't see you. Oh, no. Okay. Go.
Go.
Hey, point of interest. One day, hopefully not too soon, my bones are going to be displayed here on this wall. That's what I wrote in my...
Why would they display your bones?
Well, I don't know. I wrote it in my... They may not comply, but I wished for it in my will. Guess what part of the museum this is? Gift shop. Listen, here's an offer for a gift, and a real gift, for all of you. If you can grab as much as you can grab under 1 minute, starting when I say so, you can have it. It's all on me. Are you ready? And go!
Oh my God.